Hello, hello, hello. I am Mona. This is Mona's Kitchen. And guess what we're going to do today? We are going to do some apple doodles. When you are at the house and you just don't know what you want to do for sweets, and you have your little ones there and you have apples in the household and have some croissants, you can make something out of nothing. So let me show you how it's done. Thank you for watching Mona's Kitchens. Okay, so let's get it started. Let's get it started. Okay, guys. So I got some green Granny Smith apples. So the first thing I did was wash my hands. I washed my apple, right? And then I'm gonna cut this apple up. So the first thing I want to do in this napkin, I want to peel this apple. We're gonna peel it. And croissants has like 8 pieces. So we're gonna cut this apple up into 8 pieces once I peel it. And we're gonna make something out of nothing. I'm quite sure y'all have this at the house. If you have butter and you have brown sugar and if you have some cinnamon, this is the perfect little dessert for you guys, okay? So, and that is my alarm going off because I just made these. So I can already have them ready for you guys. Okay. So we're gonna cut these up. I'm gonna cut it in half. And then I'm going to cut it up into 8 pieces. We'll take the middle part out. We don't need that. That's hard anyway. Okay. Cut the middle part out. Okay. Don't have to be perfect. We just need 8 pieces. Take those seeds out. Okay. Okay. We got 8 pieces. Throw this in the trash. Let me take out my sample that I have already done for you guys. The oven is already preset for 365. Okay, so I'm going to get some foil paper because I'm going to roll out my crescent roll on this foil. But sometimes the crescent rolls do not break into those 8 pieces like you would like for them to. Just experienced it and I have to cut it myself. So that's what we're going to do. So I have my apple here. I'm going to get my croissant. And just your original croissants will do. Nothing special. And we're going to open this. Sometimes I can peel this just right and open and slide open this as well. And sometimes I have to fight with it. So today we're gonna see how it's gonna be a wrestling match. All right. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It's free. It's Mona's Kitchen 329 on YouTube. So you can't miss out on that. So go ahead and subscribe to it. So let me try to get this paper off to open this. It shouldn't be this difficult to take off some paper for some croissants, huh? But that's okay. It is what it is. We're going to get it off and open. Let's see when I get this open. I should have had this open. I normally would have had this open. But since I didn't, we're just gonna have to peel it open and it's gonna pop open by itself. Okay, so we're gonna do it old fashioned. I'm just gonna have to just pop it open. Okay. So we're gonna take this croissant. I'm going to roll it out on here on this foil paper so that I am able to break it up in 8 pieces. And so as you see, like I told you before, sometimes croissants are do fine and you can roll it out and it have those little slits in them, but this croissant doesn't. So because it does not have those slits in them, we're just going to just make some slits. All I need is 8 pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 pieces. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna take out our handy dandy Pyrex in here. I'm gonna spray a little olive oil on it, so it won't stick. And we're gonna roll these apples up into with these croissants, okay? We're just gonna roll them to the ends like this and set them over inside our Pyrex. Roll them, close up the ends of them, and set them up. We're gonna do 8 of them. And if you like I said, you want a sweet treat and you don't want to be out of a whole lot of money, and the kids will like this too. This is a kids meal. You can serve it with ice cream or eat it by itself, however you want to do it. Okay, we're just going to roll them and just put them in the dough like this and just set them over in here. Ooh. When I get through with these, we're going to have 8 of these. Then I'm going to show you how to make the filling that goes with them. So, 7. And this is our last one. This is the 8th one. Close up the end of them. Place them in your, and it in the peppers, okay? Now we're going to make our topping for it. So you're going to need 1 stick of butter. So we need 1 stick of butter. And you're going to need a cup of brown sugar. And then you're going to need a teaspoon of cinnamon and a teaspoon of vanilla. And that is going to make your topping for your apple doodles, okay? And then you're going to cook this for 365 or 375 for a good 15 minutes. Okay, so once this starts to melt, let me get my cup. Okay. A teaspoon of that's vanilla, and this is ground cinnamon. And then I'm going to put a cup of brown sugar once this starts to melt. All right. Okay. So we're going to let our brown sugar, our butter melt, and then we're going to add our brown sugar, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a teaspoon of vanilla. We're going to pour this over our mixture. Like I said, this is be a quick little meal for it's not a meal, just like a little quick little dessert, something simple for you and your kids. And they're gonna love it. I'm telling you right now. Especially if you have like a little bitty cups of ice cream. I did buy some of those. And you can have it with those. This is a great after church, after dinner, Sunday dessert. Something simple, something easy. Okay, once the butter melts, we're going to add in our brown sugar. I'm gonna bring this up a little bit closer so y'all guys can see it. And it's doing its thing. But there is a kicker to this, guys, that really makes this dessert taste really well. Can y'all guess what it is? So we're gonna add to this once we do this. Okay, so our butter has melted, so we're gonna add in 1 cup of brown sugar to this mixture. So 1 cup of brown sugar. Again, go on and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Mona's Kitchen 329, at Mona's Kitchen 329. And I'm also going to get my Facebook page open for have all of my recipes on there, and so you can be able to get those recipes. So now, since this has incorporated pretty good, it has started to bubble. I'm going to move it off of the eye, and then I'm going to add about a teaspoon of cinnamon. Just going to open it up and sprinkle it on here. That should be about a teaspoon. And then I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. That should be about a teaspoon. And then we're going to mix, 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 and mix. You see how that's bubbling up, guys? So it's bubbling. And it's mixing really well. And we're going to add this mixture into our apple doodles. Okay. I'm going to like nothing on my stove, so we're mixing this up. See how bubbly that is? Yeah, that's going to be perfect. For our apple doodles. Like I said, 1 cup of brown sugar, a stick of butter, a teaspoon of vanilla, and a teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay. So we're gonna pour this on top of the apple doodles and let that cook in the oven for 15 minutes. Or I added a little bit more, maybe like 20 minutes on 365. So I'm going to add our topping on top of the apple doodles. So I want that to cover them first, and then I'll pour the rest of it into the bowl. So because if you got croissants at home and you have brown sugar and you have cinnamon and butter, you can make a great little dessert. You're not gonna be out of a whole lot of money. I went and got these Granny Smith apples, which I love Granny Smith apples. I'm gonna put the rest of this in here. And then we got a surprise that we're going to add to it. I'm telling you guys, once you add this surprise to it, it's gonna be really, really good. So turn this on there so y'all can see my apple doodles. Okay, turn that up, move it over. Okay, so I just added my brown sugar with my butter and my cinnamon and vanilla over in here, and we're going to add the Sprite. Yes, I said it. I said Sprite. So what you want to do is that you want to go around the edges and add your Sprite around here into your apple doodles. Okay. And then 370, 365. And this is how your mixture should look. And in the oven, I'm gonna set the timer for 20 minutes. Time set. Let's do 20 minutes. That's what I did for them earlier. Store. And voila. This is how your apple doodles is going to turn out. This is how they're going to look. Okay, guys, so let's see those. You cannot go wrong with them. So I'm going to let's try one. Okay, so I'm going to take one out. Ooh, apple doodle. I made these several times before, and they were really, really good. So when you cut into them, got your apple, you got your croissant. Let's see how they taste. Mm-hmm. Your kids are gonna love these. Something quick, something simple. Cook smarter, not harder, and you can have the perfect dessert for your children. So I want to thank y'all for tuning into Mona's Kitchen. I will be right back at y'all on next Tuesday. What we gonna do? Probably that chicken in the bag. Yes. Okay. Y'all have a good one. God bless. Have a good night. Thank you guys for tuning into Mona's Kitchen. Don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Mona's Kitchen 329. Thank you guys. Have a great rest of your evening.